I've come to the conclusion that men are either very dense or very narcissistic. Probably a combination of the two is most accurate. Because when it comes to reading women's interest in them or their women's lack thereof, it just seems like most guys just don't get it. They just don't even get it. They don't get it or they're not trying to get it. You know what I mean? They're not trying to hear all that. It's one of those two. Because even when a woman is very blunt and she may be trying to be polite, so she's going to stop just short of being just like, savage with it. There's still just zillions of dudes who want to insist that the woman's playing hard to get, and all they have to do is keep trying harder. So I wanted to address that and share with the male listeners a few tips to better interact with women and not waste their time with women who have zero, zilch, nada interest in them and never will, no matter what you do or how you do it. Now, a lot of these dudes, one of their chief complaints is, well, I'm a good man, and they don't want us good guys. They only want thugs. That's the number one cry that they have. And they think that, if you're like just an average looking dude and you don't really have too much money or you don't have too much power, that women aren't going to be interested in you. There are a lot of women that will be interested in you. Not every woman is looking for a dude based on his looks or his money or his social status. She's looking for a connection to you. I mean, that's why so many women have dudes, they're just regular dudes. I mean, she may be making more money than him, be more educated than he is, but she really loves him and she loves to be with him and they have a great relationship. And it's all that other stuff that you're talking about that you use as an excuse for why you got rejected is irrelevant. Now, what I'm saying for most of these dudes is you be overreaching. You're going for women who are either way out of your league but in this one we're not going to be talking about that so much. That's something to consider though. But we're going to be focusing on this part, which is your inability or refusal to accept that the woman that you're trying to get at and talk to and get something going with has zero interest in you. You could stop wasting so much of your time and getting your feelings hurt repeatedly by chasing after women who have no true interest in you. If you want to feel loved, you want to feel respected, you want to feel cherished, you want to feel like she's hot about you and all these things that women like to feel too, you have to learn to read women's signals. You have to understand. Women are socialized to be, polite and quiet and kind of timid and all that stuff. I did not get that, so I will just straight tell you I'm not fucking interested in your ugly ass. Get the hell out of my face. But see, most women aren't going to do that. And what I did was, and before I get into my topic too much, I wanted to share something. I went on my Facebook friends are stupid. And I went over there. I said, you guys tell me, because there's women from all over the world. I'm like, okay, when the dude approaches you and he, you want to communicate that you're not interested in what he's talking about, how do you do it? What do you do or say? That was my question. So one woman comes back, Sharmi says, I just say, I'm not interested. And Angela says, I start speaking another language. And Raina says, I talk in real proper English and they get confused. Then when I tell them I'm not interested with a smile, they gladly get out of my face. That's the know what I'm saying, crew. Aisha says, I say the following phrases. No, thank you. I'm not interested. I'm in a relationship. I'm not available. After saying one of those phrases, I direct my attention away from them. Sometimes pretending to do something important on my phone or listen to music. The dusty ones step right over all that rejection and keep pursuing me. Notice that. Keep that in mind because we're going to be talking about your dusty asses in a little bit. Tracy posted this meme thing, what you call it, a gif of a werewolf. And then she says she only does that though if he gets real pushy. But normally I just say that I'm waiting for somebody or I'm looking at my phone and there you go. And Shania says, I'd say I have a husband who's in the mob. And Nadia says, I start picking my nose. And so I'm like, okay, this girl's crazy. And I said, well, that might be okay, but if you snack on it, I'm out. And she says, nah, I just flicked the booger in their direction and watched them run away in terror. I told you my Facebook friends were crazy. And one, Kasef says, I can usually see them coming and I avoid contact. And if they persist, I'm not rude, but I still avoid eye contact. Khadijah says, no, thank you. I'm married and pregnant. And she said, I said this even before I was married and pregnant. And Gwen says nothing. I just keep my eyes in another direction. I don't comment on anything that they say. They'll get the message and move on. And my friend Keisha says, I tell them that I like pussy. Oh my God. And Jamie says, I just start screeching like a banshee. Nah, now I just say I'm not interested, very matter of factly with no eye contact. If they continue, I just say the same thing like a mantra as I start walking away. But I am going to try that screaming thing though. And Monique says, I tell them that I need to do a tarot reading first. And most of them get scared and run off. And Lexi says that she tells men that she likes stabbing men in the balls. And others said, they put their headphones in, or they tell them that they have a boyfriend, they have a husband, they're just not really interested. And one girl says that she tells them, she told a couple of guys that she was on bond for killing her ex-husband and his dog. And they asked, did I do it? And I said, yes, but I plead not guilty. And it was set at $1 million bond minus the 10%. And they was no longer interested in that point. So, I mean, so they got some very creative and humorous ways to address that subject. But, we want to be real for a minute and talk about the way that guys can stop, can stop wasting their time in these kind of situations. Now, one thing that I did notice while I was, looking around on Facebook and stuff, I saw a couple of ads, so I clicked them. And there are these ads from guys that were trying to make money off of other guys by selling books and videos and, CDs and whatnot, seminars and stuff that basically I feel like push false hope, because what they do is try to convince men that if they do these special tricks and they say these special things in this special way, that they have the power to, quote, make women be interested in them, to manufacture interest and passion and sex appeal and all this kind of stuff. I'm gonna tell you something right now, save your money. Because if you don't make a woman feel shit, she either feels it for you or she doesn't. Just the same with you. I mean, why do guys think that women are just so different from you as far as what our interests, what triggers our interests, and what triggers our willingness to want to commit and be close to you? And women are even more leery than men, because you guys, run around thinking with your nether regions, and we have a lot more to lose. It was a lot riskier for women. It's a lot more dangerous. So we're going to even give you an extra screening. And if we don't feel comfortable with you, we don't feel safe with you, and we don't feel like there's enough for us in common for us to take those risks, we're not going to do it. And it doesn't matter what kind of tricks and stuff that you use. Either she's attracted to you right off the bat or she's not. And nothing you do is going to make her want to be with you if she has already said no. Now, if she's neutral, like she hasn't really decided yet, you could probably sway her over to your side. But if she's matter of factly determined that she doesn't want nothing to do with you, no parts of you, she's trying to be polite and hope that you get the idea to get out of her face. But like I said, most women aren't going to just like straight out tell you. They're going to try to be polite about it because they don't want to, quote, hurt your feelings. And I'm like, shit, fuck you. Better your feelings hurt than mine. So, if we got to pick somebody here, it's definitely going to be you. It's not going to be me. So, you all trying these little tricks where you want to manipulate and coerce and pressure and whine and beg and just generally fucktard your way into some woman's bed. That ain't nothing. That's not going to hurt. That's not going to help you. Okay, so let's go on. I want to talk about some clear and some more subtle ways that women will communicate to you that they are not interested. And I'm hoping that this helps a few dudes, okay? So let's start with like a common scenario. Okay, so you at a bar somewhere, some little event, some little gathering, and you with a friend or so, or two or three or something, and you see this young lady sitting with her friend of hers. Okay, so let's just say it's three of you all and it's three women. Okay, so everybody got somebody to talk to. So you see this one chick that you like, and you catch her eye, and you decide, okay, I'm gonna go spit my game. So you and your old friends, you roll over there to where the girls are sitting, you introduce yourselves. They share their first name, and then you move on to some basic chit chat, for 2 minutes or so. Now, this is when you need to start paying attention, if not before. Because what she's going to be doing, she's in a social setting, right? So that means they're there to meet somebody or have fun, unless they're just there as a girls, girls' night. Because sometimes they all have boyfriends, whatever, and they just getting together just to drink and talk shit. So, they would pretty much let you know, though, within that, range, if they're there, just having fun, or if they're there for girls' night. You can ask them, or they're gonna volunteer information. Now, if they're there for girls' night, you say, "Oh, I hope you ladies have a good time, and refresh charge your batteries or whatever, But we just, you look like you was a great group, interesting people or whatever. So we just decided to come over and say hi and be social, and then you walk your ass away. Okay, that's how you do that. You go out like a G. You don't whine your way and try to beg and plead them to pay attention to you. Then you move into the sucker zone. Okay, now, if it turns out that they are single and they're there, to mix and mingle, and you've talked to a few minutes. Now, if any of the things I'm about to rattle off to you start happening, you need to wind that up, because that's not gonna happen. Okay, no matter how long you stand there, how many drinks you try to buy them, how many times you try to brag about what you know, tell jokes, entertain them, do all this kind of stuff, they ain't feeling you. Okay, and if she's not feeling you, then it's just not gonna matter. You need to just cut ties and move on to a new woman where you might have a chance. You don't keep wasting time in a situation where you're not gonna win. Okay, you got to go out like a winner, and you need to have some confidence in your shit. Because you come up like, begging for attention and stuff like that, it's a fucking turn off. No one wants to be looking at a dude like that who's just like a little puppy wagging his tail. Please pet me, please acknowledge me. Okay, so now she's talking, you all talking, like the girls start playing on their phone. Okay, they looking on their Instagram, they doing selfies, they Snapchatting, they doing all this stuff while you standing right there. Okay, that's a clue. They ain't interested in what you're talking about. They want you to go away. So don't ask to be in a picture with them. Don't ask nothing. Just say, well, it looks like you guys are involved, and you walk your ass off. Now, if you stand up close to her, right, and she leans away from you, or she moves her chair over, or she in any way tries to maintain that physical distance between the two of you, that's a sign that she's not feeling you either. If you try to put your hands on her, like these pickup artists, do they call it escalating? They have a cute name for everything, but basically means you put your hands on somebody that you don't know and trying to, do some little tricks and stuff to get to touch them. You touch their hair, you touch their arm, this and that. Don't be surprised if she pulls out a stun gun and zaps your ass. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. If a woman wants you to touch her, you will know it. She will be like close to you. She will decrease the distance between you to make that touching more likely to happen. Okay, but she's moving away from you. You reach out your hand and she leans away. She scoots away. You stand too close and she bends the other direction, or picks up her chair and scoots it over, or holds her hand out to push you away. That's a sign that you're doing too much and you need to back the fuck up. You're turning her off. You're making her not want to be too close to you, not trust you. And you guys just keep doing it. It's like you're oblivious to what the woman is doing. Or you in a group, right, and she keeps looking at her friend. Every time you say something, she looks at her friend. That's a bad sign. Walk away. Now you talking and she don't never ask you no questions about yourself. You know why? She doesn't give a fuck. That means walk away. Okay, because otherwise you would have a conversation. You'd ask her about something, and she said, "Oh well, what about you? And where do you work? And what do you do? What's your hobby?" There would be like this back and forth conversation where she's expressing interest in getting to know you too. If you just you asking questions of her, and she's never asking any of you, well, that's a sign too that she don't give a fuck, if she's not trying to know you like that. If she's looking around the room frequently, that means walk the fuck away. If she introduces you, like some other friends walk in or something, and this is more in line, like say you've been out a couple of times. I'm sorry, I'm skipping around here. Say you've been around, you went out a time or two, and y'all are out, and a couple of her friends roll up, and you think, this is on the fast track to some bedroom action and, some real good times, and she introduces you as, some guy friend or some little vague thing like that, the walls are up. And this may be your last date. Because the other way she would say, oh, this is Bobby, that I told you about him or something like that. There would be some clue that you have been mentioned. But if she says, oh, this is, Bobby, this guy that I met recently, something. And it's like this stranger danger thing associated with it. You ain't going to make the cut home. You're not going to make it. If you call her or you text her and she either doesn't text you back for a long time, or you get the short answers, you say, oh, how are you? Fine. What are you up to right now? What are you up to today? Work. Oh, well, do you have any plans for after work? Yes. Okay, that's a sign she ain't really feeling you either. Because a woman who's like after work, we got something after work. Oh, well, I did, but I'm available. What did you have in mind? She's gonna be, it's gonna be more to it. And so you getting the one word answers. That's a sign that she's not really interested. She's being polite, but rather than just like ignore you completely, she is responding, which is a sign of politeness and good home training. But that doesn't mean she want to be bothered with you, and you need to cut that loose. Are you call her on the phone and the conversation is strained and stilted and she giving us short answers and she has to get off the phone quick? That's a bad sign. Or you all are out on a date, right? And she just keeps that resting bitch face on. She never smiles at you. She just looks at you. She don't smile. She don't show her teeth. She's looking around the room, and even if she does laugh, it seems kind of fake. It's kind of strange. It's like that Eddie Murphy laugh, that. Okay, that's that fake laugh. Or you want to take her out, right? Maybe you haven't been out a time or two, or maybe you just met her and this is your first time trying to hook something up. She gave you a number, so you calling, you trying to get a date, trying to set up a date. But she don't want to make firm plans. She's full of, oh, well, let's just see, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to let you know. I'll get back to you. This kind of thing. A woman who's interested in you, she gonna be like, let me look on my phone right now. Oh yeah, I could change this appointment. I could do this. I mean, she's gonna be more accommodating. I mean, she may not be. I mean, especially if you call at the last minute, she may have something that it really is stood up. But what usually will happen is if she can't do that time that you suggested, she will suggest an alternate time because she really does want to see you. Because it is true. I mean, people do have stuff, and sometimes we make appointments, so weeks in advance that you waited for, like doctor's appointments or certain things. You're trying to hook up with somebody who's only going to be in town this one day from college or something. There are situations that they can't change, but like I said, there will be usually some kind of offer to a counter offer. That's the word I'm looking for. They'll make a counter offer. Say, well, I can't do that, but I can do this. Will that work for you? Something like that. Because she's trying to make it happen, so that shows interest, right? And one thing that you will notice too is, like, if you're together and she starts getting irritated, she starts snapping, getting kind of antsy, just unsettled. You get this unsettled feeling. Cut the date short because she's ready to go. You did or said something that got on her nerves. And so she's ready to go. But she's just trying to be, again, polite. If you're figuring you've been dating long enough, you've been seeing her long enough, and you want to, kind of move things up, ramp things up to a more private setting like your house or hers, and she's not down for that. And it's been, it's been like, 4 or 5 dates or something like that. I'm not talking about the second date or even, first or second date, because she don't know you like that. And she was not going to trust you yet to be alone in your house. So, some dudes be rushing that kind of stuff. But, it's the 4th or 5th date and you want to cook dinner for her or something. And you try to set that up and she's not having it. It either means you're moving too fast for her comfort, because some women, move slower than others. Or she just really just seriously not interested. And you have to make that determination, though, based on her personality. Or say she does agree to go out with you, right? But something comes up. Now, this does happen. Like I said, life happens. But if this happens more than one time and you all just started going out, and this is she's establishing a pattern of something came up, so she has to cancel at the last minute, that would be something that you need to notice and you need to cut that loose. If she starts talking about other dudes, she talks about her ex, she talks about dudes at work, she talks about dudes at the gym, she talks about dudes that I don't know, whatever, but she's talking to you about a bunch of dudes, that's a sign that you need to let that go too. Sometimes women will just flat out tell you, I'm not interested in a serious relationship. That's putting up a wall. Or she tell you that she has a boyfriend, or she's getting back with her ex, or she's not over her ex. That's putting up a wall. And you're on the other side of it now. You're on the outside of this wall. Or she says, excuse me, well, you're nice, but, okay, that's the kiss of death. Or she might say that she, could introduce you to a friend of hers. also the kiss of death. Or she just flat out tell you, I'm really not interested in, what you're talking about. Going out with you, talking to you, giving you her number, whatever. She's gonna just cut you off at the knees. Now, those are for, more social settings. Now let's talk about the dudes who meet a woman on the street. Now she walking down the street. You see a lady you think, is gorgeous. You want to talk to her. She's wearing headphones and she has her hands in her pockets and her eyes are slightly down at the ground. She's not really looking up, making eye contact with anyone. She's just walking, kind of with her head down and like she's deep in thought. What is she communicating with that body language? She's saying, "Leave me the fuck alone." That's what she's saying. She's blocked. Look, her eyes sight. She's blocked her hearing, and she's not really, her mouth is down towards the ground, which is an indicator that she's not trying to talk either. So 3 avenues of communication in that body language. She is communicating that she does not want to be pestered. But here comes your average nignog. He just gonna run down the street, chasing her down the street. You gonna tap her on the arm to get her attention. Why are you so fucking thirsty? Okay, or you stand in front of her, you gonna block her path so she can't walk around you. She gotta walk around you. It's gonna be a whole big deal. Or you stand there and you gonna wave your arms like a fucking windmill trying to get her attention, and just being all aggressive and stupid, blocking a woman's path. You never block somebody's path. That's very aggressive and it's threatening to women. I don't know why you guys do that. What the fuck do you think that's gonna make her just drop her drawers and want to be with you? You're acting stupid and desperate and just like thirsty as fuck doing that kind of stuff. Or you stand too close to her. You stand right up next to her and start pointing at her headphones, insisting that she take them down so she can listen to your bullshit. Don't nobody want to listen to your trash talk. She got all that stuff on her for a reason. It's to keep you out. Okay, accept the fact that nobody want to talk to you if they're walking down the street like that. She's blocked you off. She doesn't want to hear you. So when you come up and you're going to insist on forcing yourself into her life like that, you're going to get shot down. You should understand that you did that to yourself by insisting on going into a woman's space who already has told the world through her body language, "I'm not trying to talk to anybody. I don't want to be bothered." Okay, and then those of you who want to come up and command somebody to smile, now you the worst. You think somebody's a trained dog? You want to see a smile, nigga? Go get in the mirror and smile at your own self. That's what you need. Tell some man to do that. Walk up to some dude and tell him to smile. Since you want to see somebody's teeth so bad, let's see how that works out for you. All right. Now let's tell another scenario. Okay, so you meet this woman online, right? And y'all gonna meet up, and you're going to take her to a little light lunch, burger sandwich or something. And so you have read those books, those little pickup barter books. So you're going to try to manufacture interest like they told you in your $500 seminar. So you do something that they teach men to do. You check out other women in front of her. And you let her see you flirt with other women, because what they tell you that you're doing is showing her that she can be easily replaced, and that you have options, and that you're a man with needs, and that other women want you. So you're trying to communicate that if she's not going to be the one sleeping with you, that she's useless to you, and that, you can just move on to other things. That's what they tell you you're communicating. What you're really communicating is marked disrespect, total fuckery, assholism to the 9th degree, and that you are a fucker. That's what you're doing with all of that stuff. Now, only the woman with self-esteem in the toilet would tolerate that kind of disrespect. A normal woman would see what you're doing, know that trick, because we all know the tricks now. It's not nothing new to us, right? Because you just like you read the book, so did we, because we don't know what y'all up to. And she's going to see you trying to run that game. And you know what she's going to do? She's going to get up and she's going to walk the fuck off and leave you sitting there by yourself. Or what she's going to do is sit there and just watch how much of a fool you're going to make yourself. So she has a lot of fodder to call and write me up with so I can put it on my show, or to post it on Facebook and talk about how ratchet you are. Or she's going to sit there and just take notes so that she can run and tell all her girlfriends, and they can have drinks and laugh about you behind your back. So it's going to be one of those things. But trust me, it's not going to end well for you. It's not going to be anything where she leaves there saying, "Well, he's really just going to show me his value, and he's so valuable that he flirts with other women in front of me in my face, and that makes me feel so like he's so wanted and desirable. I better latch onto him right now," said no woman ever. They just be gaming on y'all. Y'all dumb to pay the money to hear that bullshit. Let me think of some bullshit to sell men for $500 so I can get rich too. It's just crazy, I mean, you, she's got you. Nobody's gonna take you seriously like that. She's gonna put your ass in the friend zone or in the no way in hell zone. That's probably where you're gonna go. So I don't understand where this is all coming from and why you guys do these childish games. That's shallow and it's silly and it's just make women disgusted with you. And trust me, if you live in a small community, word is gonna spread, and pretty soon nobody's gonna want to deal with your ass because you have showed yourself to be a retard. And I just don't understand it. Now, another thing that a woman will do, if you act stupid, what I mean, when she showed up, you had a chance, but somewhere in there you fucked it up. That's what men usually do. You talk too much, or you say something stupid, or you do something dumb, and you turn the woman off like a light switch. This is how you know that you don't have a chance in hell. You say you was taking her out, right? She knows this is a date. There's no confusion. It's not like a hangout, some vague reference to nothing. She knows this is a date. And then the bill comes, and what does she do? You start reaching for it. She snatches it off the table, and she flings down her half. And if she really wants to make a point, she gonna whip out her gold or black card and she gonna pay for the whole thing. Why is she doing that? To let you know there will be no date number 2, and I don't give a fuck, and I want to get up from here without you even thinking, imagining that I owe you anything or that you got taken advantage of or used. I'm paying for this shit, and then I'm out like a light. That's what she's saying. So, in essence, I was supposed to be trying to keep these videos for February under 20 minutes. I see my ass kept talking. What I want to sum this up, dudes, come on now. What women are looking for? They're looking for a dude that's gonna have some charisma, to be charismatic, where she enjoys being around you, where you're charming and witty and fun, and mainly that you project confidence in yourself and in your masculinity and what you have to offer the world and what you have to offer a woman. And you don't have to compare yourself to other men. You have to just feel confident about yourself, and that is what draws women to you. But what I see a lot of these dudes is they're so insecure, they want to blame everybody for their failures in life, from feminism to global warming to Hillary Clinton to Barack Obama. I mean, whatever. You blame everybody else for why your dreams aren't coming true and why you aren't the man that you want to be. Work on your damn self. Okay, then get your mind right. And then when you go out into the dating world and you talk to women, you will be coming from a position of confidence and strength. They will be drawn to you because you project that. Women are attracted to masculine men. And I don't mean toxic masculinity where you just want to be just dogging out people and thinking that makes you, a man. I'm talking about that calm, powerful energy that is based in confidence and self-awareness. If you have that and you project that, you will get pretty much any woman that you want. She will at least talk to you and be happy to do so. She might not want to date you, she might not want to marry you, but it's the kind of thing where if you see her out, she'll say, "Oh, hey, Ricky," or whatever your name is. "Oh, how you been? Blah blah blah," and introduce you to her friends and this kind of stuff. Okay, that's the kind of relationships that you want to form if you're not gonna date women. You at least want to have them respect and admire and like you as a person. But if you come with your sour face on and trying to play these little coercive games that you learned online or whatever, you're gonna fuck yourself over and you're gonna die old and lonely and wonder what the fuck happened. I'm trying to get you all up on some game. And there'll be some more stuff from me during the month of February, so stay tuned. Become a subscriber to this channel. It's youtube.com/Debsterism, and it's the same over on Twitch. So I stream simultaneously to both locations, so you can become a follower on either one or both, whichever one suits your fancy. This is Deb Cooper from survivingdating.com. I will be back tomorrow with another video here during Video a Day February on the Debsterism Channel. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye bye.